Really be you goddamn right. Shit start on time. Right? You better bet your sweet ass we start on time right here, bitch. We not on CP time unless I decide to be on CP time. You
Should I
understand?
see?
Like he really got us started on time, child. For the
Well,
last couple of weeks, we have not been on time. And when we came up here to Tea House, this bitch got us at
She
9:15.
got us
Like
together. Okay.
he got us on.
And he said, everybody here, let's
well,
go. I'm hitting the button.
well, I want to welcome everybody to another installment of the Whether You Like It or Not panel with all my friends. Okay, now first and foremost, definitely once again got to give big shouts out to my bestie and my bro Jamar 84 for the interview with Miss Candy Pants Birds, honey.
Woo!
Definitely shout out. I'm so happy for you, Scotty. I'm very proud of you. And Jamar, I know how hard you worked for that child. And you deserve everything you getting. And we is doing the Mary dance. We doing the Mary dance for you. And this is just the beginning, bestie. This is just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I have been like I ain't trying to prolong this and nothing like that, but I just want to say that for the last hour or two, I've literally walked around my neighborhood like all the whole 2 hours, just walking around my neighborhood looking like a crazy fool, crying because I couldn't believe, I still can't believe that this happened. Like it hasn't sunk in yet. And then Candy commented under the interview. I think
saw that.
yeah, and I put it on Instagram, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I still can't believe it. It just like I still can't believe it, but I'm just gonna use this moment to say because this is about all of us. This ain't about me, so I'm just gonna use this moment to say
This
this.
your moment, honey.
But thank you. But I'm just gonna say that for all of y'all up here, because I've been doing this longer than everybody up here, and this is what I'm gonna say. There was a time on this earth, and there was a time in this YouTube journey of mine that I wanted to give up on doing it because sometimes you can get frustrated. Sometimes you can sometimes you can feel a certain type of way because you feel like you should be doing better than what you're doing. Sometimes you'll get knocked off your game. Sometimes you'll feel like ain't nobody trying to see you. Sometimes you feel like it ain't really worth it. You wasting your time. But if you don't believe in you, then nobody else will believe in you. And you
That's
have
right.
to take those moments and just make it into something else. When it took me to go through a whole breakup in November 2019, a breakup and losing my home all in the same week. Not same week, all in the same month. I lost my house first, lost my home first, was living in a hotel for 3 months after that. I lost my home first, and then I lost my man 2 weeks later. All of that at the same time. And that was the darkest time of my life. And I was depressed like hell. I don't want to say the S word up here because you know how YouTube is. You know where I'm going with this. Thinking about, hurting myself and even attempting to hurt myself and all stuff like that because I was going through the worst time of my life. And Jamar, and at that time, me and T had just met. We had just started, building a relationship and a rapport. I didn't even know Really Be then. And it was like, I came to Jamar, and Jamar was going through the same thing I was. He wasn't homeless or nothing. He wasn't dealing with no heartache, but he was feeling stagnant as well. And we both talked about it, and we both said that in 2020, we are going to get ourselves together and we are going to run this shit the way we need to. And the moment I got out of that hotel room and moved here, that's exactly what my mind been on ever since. And it led me to having a closer relationship with T. It led me to Really Be because the Just Us League started at the top of that year. It led me to Josiah and it ultimately led me to Sakina. I just want to thank all of y'all for even being a part of this panel because this is a part of my journey too. I want to thank y'all for doing that. I want to thank y'all for all of y'all support. And it just goes back to what I just said. When you believe in something and when you really work at it and when you really continue to be consistent, the blessings will come at the end. No matter what you think, sometimes you're gonna hit a rough spot, and sometimes you may feel like my channel not growing. I used to complain all the time. My channel not growing. My channel not growing. My channel not growing. But when I decided to do different things, and when I decided to try different things and move a certain type of way, everything came into fruition. So I'm just still in awe about this interview with Candy. But at the same point in time, I just want to take out this time to give you guys the encouragement, because you guys are on the come up just as well. Like I always tell T, don't be scared to get your interview. Some of these people watch you too. I don't give a damn what it is. Get your interview if you want it. I tell Josiah all the time, don't focus on your numbers. Keep on pushing your content out. You got what it takes. Just keep on doing it. Jump on it just like that. Keep doing it. Really B has had her moments where she was frustrated about where her channel was going. And I told her, don't worry. I tell her the same thing I tell Josiah. Don't worry about your numbers. Keep your numbers pushing. Keep your videos coming out. Keep doing your lives. Keep doing these panels. People are seeing you. Sometimes YouTube be playing us sometimes and don't be doing shit with notifications. And sometimes people can't even find us sometimes. But you gotta keep it pushing. You gotta keep it moving. And even with Sakina don't give a fuck about gossip, so I ain't gonna make her talk about the shit. But like I always tell her, if you only gonna do your reviews on these shows that you like, continue to do your reviews on these shows that you like, because you never know when your breakthrough video comes. Like you gotta keep on doing them videos and all of that. Cause T had a video that hit over 100K before I ever had that. So he had a video that hit 100K. I think it was a Shawnee video, because again, that's when we met around Basketball Wives season 8, I believe, season 8 or 9. And he had a video that hit over 100K, and I recently just had a video that hit 100K. So don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing, because the people love y'all just like they love me. Like, you see how they tune in to us every week for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Hell, they was missing us when we were gone. So just keep that shit pushing. Just know that there's people out there that love you. Clear the static out your ear. Don't let these negative vibes come in your ear. Like people talk about, like people talk about us all the time. Like people talk about me and T all the time. They say shit about us all the time. And I be telling T, don't even focus on that, because I had to learn not to focus on the bullshit that people say. People are going to put whatever narrative they want to put on you. But at the end of the day, you know who you are, and the people around you know exactly who you are. We know who you are. So I just want to take out this time to just tell you guys that I love y'all. I appreciate y'all support, and I adore T and Josiah, because we have this close knit relationship. But I also adore Really B and Sakina, because our relationships have been growing since they joined this panel. So I want to thank y'all, and I'm still in awe, and I want to thank everybody that's tuned in to the Whether You Like It or Not panel tonight. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Shout out to the 123 people that we already have in here. Y'all make sure.
Also, and shout out to YahReal too. I don't want to forget him. Shout out, because even though he's not here, shout out to YahReal as well. Because I also want to say this too about YahReal. He hates it when I bring it up. But many years ago, when I was still doing videos in the bathroom, the camera that you see hanging up on my door, this was many years ago. I was screaming and kicking and screaming, saying that I need to get a new camera. I need to get a new camera. Yah, who barely knew me but was a watcher of mine, he DM'd me and sent me that very camera back in 2018, and I have been using that camera ever since. I never got another one, because that's the one that Yah gave me, and he doesn't like for me to bring that up, because he don't want no praise for it. But I give him that because he looked out for me when he didn't even have to. So shout out to Yah.
Okay, y'all. Yes, y'all.
And since we giving honorable mentions, Birdie told me that somebody hit 8,000 subscribers. I think.
I think.
I wonder who that could have been. Shout out to Really B for hitting her 8,000, honey. Yes, God.
Yes,
Come on, girl.
Listen, that damn Ray J video That's just what Scotty just said. You never know what video. When I put that Ray J video up, ever since then, just people been coming over, watching the video, subscribing. You never know. Ray J acting a damn fool.
It got you where you wanted to go.
It just got me, and I'm just y'all know my goal is 10,000 by the end of the year, honey. We just working our way down. We working our way. But thank you.
I told you, y'all gotta listen to me. I know I can be a little bit shady sometimes and all that other bullshit.
Sometimes.
Okay. See, I'm trying to give your ass some praise and you want to fuck it up. I just ain't got nothing else to say. Go ahead. She fucked it up for herself. Fuck really be.
Nice.
Well, now. You love me, Scotty. I don't care.
All right,
I do. I talked to you earlier. I talked to you earlier today on the phone, child.
Right.
What the hell, Josiah?
What, JoJo? What are you doing? He over there cooking some salmon, child.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm over hell. Wait.
Well, we could go on ahead and bust down this episode of Belle Collective, honey.
Not bust down, child.
This is season 2, episode 7, Not Model Behavior, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, El Teddy.
Hey, El Teddy. I say hey to him in the chat, but you know. So, basically, what happened down in this messy ass sistervention that Megaphone hosted, basically, this whole thing is up in her face. It's all I saw because from what I saw, she got made out to be a liar, a shit
Tambourine, a liar. That's all.
And Akeisha ain't no different. She really not, because it's even if she didn't use the term ugly, she still insinuated that she thought some ugly bitches was gonna be there. For real. And if it was, she ain't want no parts because she too pretty to be around some ugly hoes. Now, even though that ain't what she said, when you hear that, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't care how Tambra tries to slice it up. You was being messy. Mm-hmm. You threw your friend up under the bus, and it's just standing your shit.
Period.
That's what she said. I believe she said, because when you heard Tambra say, well, she didn't say ugly. But she did say, aren't there some nice looking women or something like that? I do believe she said it. I believe she said it.
Hold up. So you believe Akeisha called him ugly?
I don't believe she used the word ugly, but I believe that what she said means the same thing. Yeah.
And I second that.
But I also think that Tambourine was being messy and running back and forth, telling them what she said. Like, how do you expect somebody to respond when you tell somebody like what do you think? What did you think their response was going to be?
Period.
Right. It's just weird. Like, what was your point of doing all of that? Like,
right? Why would you even tell them that? Like that, I wouldn't even repeat nothing like that. Like, that's not something. Especially if Akeisha is your friend, y'all known each other since high school. Like, why would you even, girl?
Hey, Willie Brown.
But see, my thing with the situation is this right here. Tamra full of shit. Like, she is, because she knew what the fuck she was doing when she decided to bring that shit to them women, because she knew they already had an issue with Akeisha because of her uppity ass attitude. She already knew that when she brought that back. So if that's supposed to be your homegirl from way back when, why would you set her up like that? And then you decide to have a damn sistervention. What was it? Was it sistervention? I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah. It was a sistervention.
A damn messy venture. That's what the fuck it was, because she knew what the fuck she was doing when she decided to do that. Tamra ain't fooling me, and I'm going to reach out to her for an interview, and I'm calling that ass out about that, because you ain't gonna fool me at all, because you know what you were doing. You set that shit up so Akeisha can get attacked. Period. You know what you were doing. You know what you're doing. Like, don't do that. No, girl.
So Akeisha, not Akeisha. Letitia, shout out to Atlas.
Not Letitia.
She made a real fucked up ass comment about how Akeisha's parents didn't want her, and all the rest of this stuff. Like in the middle of that argument, we find out later on that y'all know Akeisha was brought up by her auntie or whatever the case may be because her parents was doing whatever they was doing, blah blah blah. And I'm assuming that Akeisha told her that during that scene from last week that I skipped, that Scotty said that scene. And in my opinion, Akeisha, I really hope you see Letitia for her damn work. Because for her to sit up there and use that against you the first moment that she could, oh, you can't trust no hoe like that. Like Letitia, that was some late ass shit. Like, because it wasn't even that deep.
It wasn't. She just wanted to use that as a silver bullet so she can get her damn non-existent point across. She didn't have to bring up that girl's family. And the thing about that is that's the quickest way you can get your ass slapped, by bringing up somebody's upbringing. You don't do that. Like, that was some fucked up ass shit, because at the end of the day, a lot of stuff about this episode was a trigger for me. Let me just make that clear. But that right there triggered the fuck out of me, because, hell, my mama's so-called mama didn't raise her. My mama was raised by her grandmama and her aunts. So, you know, like, you don't bring up no shit like that, and you don't know what type of trauma Akeisha went through by knowing that her parents gave her up. Like, Letitia, like, you the type of girl that will go low as fuck in an argument. You know what I'm saying?
But the reality is, and go back to what T just said, to prove a non-existent point, girl, you really got yourself gassed up. You really got your head gassed up into thinking that you really doing something on this show. Talking about, I gave you a seat at this table. Ma'am, you are not really in charge of the girls. I don't know what make you think you are. You are not in charge of the girls. Carlos is in charge of the girls. You didn't give nobody shit.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Girl, we don't even know what you do for a living. We don't know what your business is.
Nobody know what you do for a living, child.
Girl, we just know that you got you a rented building somewhere up in Jackson, calling it an enterprise. We don't know what the fuck you do.
Anybody can add enterprise to the end of their name. It don't mean that don't mean it's real. I'm gonna be enterprise from now on. Just call it enterprise.
Started by Nature Enterprise.
Okay.
Videos.
I agree though. She was, oh my bad. She was definitely doing entirely too much. I'm like, what was your reasoning for that? And I know I'm kind of skipping ahead, but even when Akeisha was like, I don't want to do business with her, I'm like, bitch, I don't even blame you, because like literally, what was the reason? That didn't have anything to do with the situation at hand. And y'all really pressed because somebody supposedly called y'all ugly. Like, okay.
It's the way, like, Letitia really thought she was doing something. She hopping all back and forth on her chair. You begged for a seat at the table. I gave you a seat at the table.
Right. She really feeling herself. And did you see when you saw when Golden Locks got up to break it up, and she gonna tell her, stay right here.
Girl, first of all, Letitia, you're not even a fan favorite, girl.
Oh, shit, Letitia.
You're not even a fan favorite. If we ask anybody who the fan favorite is, everybody likes Latrice, not you.
Oh yeah, I wasn't really too here for Latrice last season, but I'm here for her this season.
Latrice is hilarious. Y'all getting to really know her now. She's so damn funny.
She's hilarious as fuck, and now she won me over with her hilarity.
We fought together.
Quiet as kept. Essie, my favorite.
But y'all know I like Marie too. So I mean, as much as she be getting on my nerves sometimes, I like
Marie.
She said, I really want to know what she does in that office all day. She don't be in that office. She go to that office to film. That is all.
Marie be looking at Essie when Cedric gone. Essie, I could be a fantasy. I could tell you got big energy. Me. I just might let you try it at the Hennessy.
Girl.
Y'all are nice.
A whole little nasty world.
Marie gonna run up on you.
You know Marie gonna get you.
So then
I know.
So then we get to So Gucci and Latrice, they go down to look at buildings for goddess links or whatever the case may be. And I'm assuming this was the only building that So Gucci was showing her. And I remember in my review, I said, see, So Gucci, see, this is why Really B be saying what she be saying. But I'm not going to repeat what Really be saying, since I know y'all be watching my shit, because it don't be. It come from Really B, right? But this scene right here, I can understand why she feel the way she feel, because it's just like, so this the only building you took to see her? Like, I mean, I thought realtors usually take people to like 4 or 5 different, like the way Latrice came off about it, it was no.
What? Yeah,
and it's just like
this. Go ahead, boo.
Go ahead, boo.
No, I'm just gonna say this. This some real talk. Latrice, if you really listening for real, this some real talk. Girl, go buy you some land and build your own building. That way you can make it what you wanted to make it. You can make it all your suites and your storage and buy you. I know they got land down there. Buy you a piece of land.
She could put one right here in her hometown. Go on, put it here.
500 acres that she living on now. She really could build it right there on where, and then she could just take her little golf cart, drive her little golf cart to work every day. But like real talk, yeah, she really does need to just buy some land and build her own, and just build her own building. She really does.
It's a whole lot of land around here in her hometown, baby. She could put something right here in her hometown, right here.
Is she with her business, or is she somewhere else?
Yeah, she in Jackson with it. She don't have her business not in Ken where we from. Her business in Jackson.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, Joe.
How y'all doing?
Hey, JoJo.
You trying to see how the hell you doing? Is you up in there cooking salmon?
Yeah, what you doing?
Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so the first time I was in the shower when we first started. And then my computer was.
I'm glad you ain't had no camera slip.
I know. Ooh, y'all would have saw all the goods. Lord Jesus.
I don't want to see you in that way, honey.
I don't want to see you in that way either, Josiah.
I don't either. I don't want y'all to see me in that way. But and then my computer I had to restart my computer. So, but I'm here. I'm gonna be off camera tonight because I'm looking jacked up.
No, you always say that. Boy, get your
right. You do say that. Take that camera
on. T, you see that comment in the chat? Tracy said that IKEA and So Gucci was on IG last night, and she asked if they would do an interview with you, and they said to DM them.
They want to do an interview with me. Child, I'll do an interview with y'all, So Gucci and IKEA, if y'all really want one. I'm messy. All right, I ain't like Scotty. I'm messy. All right, I'm gonna be.
Don't be trying to throw me under the bus, bitch. Don't be trying to throw me under the bus, honey. Don't you do that, baby. But how you gonna get in contact with Akeisha though? Because I tried to contact her last night. You can't even DM her ass without her following you. She real bougie.
Who?
Akeisha, you can't even DM her.
Well, Akeisha, you're gonna have to follow me. I'm following your ass first. You the one that want the interview, girl. Follow me. I'll follow you back.
I followed her ass. She follow me back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, child. And then Letitia playing with me about this interview too, because I had to DM her ass this morning. I said, "Baby, I sent you the email on August the 29th. What's going on, child?"
Her assistant ain't been at the enterprise office to answer her emails yet.
Like she's telling me, I'm gonna tell them to check it. Who is them? You don't see
I think some people do that. Like you don't have access to your own shit.
Oh, she definitely ain't gonna do the interview now. She probably
don't give a
watching now.
Look.
But the question is, why are you so busy that you can't answer your own shit? Like some people, I understand you busy. You have probably got 3 or 4 different emails for different reasons. I understand, but you, ma'am, you only getting emails from the caterer about them dry ass, runny ass eggs down to the brunch.
Not runny ass.
Cut it out.
Not runny ass eggs. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this.
Listen, Akeisha said that her bacon was burnt, her eggs was runny, and her plate was dirty. That's what she said.
Really be reading the night tea.
Ain't she?
What he say?
Girl, she get around here and show her ass. I'm
Yeah,
here for it though.
yeah, really be trying to read tonight, honey. I guess I ain't got to read nobody tonight because she
No, you
is
gonna be
reading.
reading. We ain't got to Real Housewives yet. You got your.
Baby, you have to wait till we get the housewife, baby. I'm gonna drag the fuck out of Sheree and Marlo all over again. Did y'all see my review?
Listen.
I drugged the fuck out of them in that
Did you
Listen,
see my
let me tell
review?
you something.
bitch.
I'm not reading nobody. I'm not reading nobody. Not me.
You a motherfucking lie, girl. You just got through reading. Stop.
I was not.
I ain't seen nobody because I just did mine. Hell.
Child, listen.
Literally posted it 30 minutes before we got here.
So Akeisha and Big Willie style at home eating pig ear sandwiches. Listen, not even on a sandwich do pig ears is appealing to a New Yorker, and I don't blame him. Because I'm from down south, I don't eat that shit. Now my best friend swear by pig ears, but me,
I don't want no pig ears. I don't want no pig feet. I don't want no chitlins. I don't want no nothing. Exactly. I want ham and bacon, and that is it. Thank you so much.
I don't even want
that. So, Akeisha tells
we know you don't want to use vegan ass.
But just like Tito, I don't eat that shit either. But I'm gonna need for Big Willie style to shut the fuck up. I'm sick of you.
Yeah, he is coming off real condescending. Like I understand it's not your stilo. Like I get it, but he's too old for that shit. He coming off real ass condescending.
He do.
Well,
very.
Well, let me ask y'all this. So after Akeisha tells him about that late ass comment, that late t-shirt,
you keep on calling that girl late.
He basically was like in his confessionals, like, listen, she might want to pipe down because we could stoop low, we could go low, blah 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 blah. Now y'all know, normally on shows when it's an ensemble cast of women and the men have something to say, everybody tells them to quit being the Peter Thomas. But when it comes to this situation, and if he does decide to address Letitia about the comment, I would not be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't have nothing to say because at the end of the day, we don't know the type of conversations that he done had with his wife about that. He knows how that shit really makes her feel. So I'm more than sure that comment probably set him off the same way it set her off. And it's just like, if he was to say something to Letitia, shut the hell up next time. You wouldn't have that problem. But do y'all think he would be wrong for addressing her about that?
No.
He don't need to. He don't need, in my opinion. Like, because, yeah, she said what she said and it was out of order, but let your wife handle that. She's not a damn wounded deer who just is defensive. You know that she got mouth. So let her handle that with her own mouth. Like, you don't need to be her mouthpiece. That's, to me, I just feel like, okay.
She called her, she said she not a wounded deer. I am hollering.
She not. That's just like RHOA. Like, with his fine ass. Don't come in here trying to get Sheree and Kenya together. Your wife got a mouthpiece on her. She can handle her own shit. Like, if you're going to interject, be the peacemaker or just shut it down, but stay out of that shit. That shit don't be that deep to me.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. I'm over Big Willie with his snooty ass. Like that's just the one thing that's killing.
You can go on ahead and explain. You can go on ahead and explain because you itching. Like, go ahead. What you got to say to Big Will? Because I understand how you feel. Like, I because being that he's a New Yorker, he is a lot.
It's like,
but I'm on your side. He do too much.
Yeah, because it's like, I get it. It's a cultural shock. Like, you're not from the deep South. You're from New York, New Jersey. It's a whole different ball game up there. I've been to New York and Jersey. My dad lives up there. It was a cultural shock for me because I ain't used to all that fucking noise and all them damn people around. I ain't used to none of that. So I understand. But at the same time, we get it. This ain't your type of party. We understand you ain't gotta keep dissing the shit 24 times in every goddamn scene. We get it. Mississippi ain't your steez. You used to something more fast. We get it. But shut the fuck up. I'm sick of your bitch ass doing all that motherfucking whining about this shit. Just shut up. Then somebody in the comments had said to me, don't be doing him. We from New York and we don't be eating no pig ears. And I want to say, well, bitch, I don't eat pig ears either. Not pig feet, not chitlins. I don't eat none of that bullshit. So don't try to make it seem like everybody down south eat that shit. I hate the
that's not
stereotype.
subject to down south either, because people up
Right.
north too. Black people eat soul food. Like they will
Right.
damn soul food. Like
I think the sensitivity for me comes from the fact that I'm from the South, and when I hear people from up north make all these generalizations all the time, it gets on my nerves, because it's like they always say, like, they make it seem like all we eat is fried Twinkies and all that bullshit. Because Violin Davis, aka Viola Davis, said that same dumb shit, talking about all we do is drink milk. What was it? Moonshine and fried Twinkies and shit. And that shit pissed me off when she said that. Then they make it seem like everybody down south fucks their cousins and shit. And I ain't never looked at none of my cousins that way. So shut the fuck up. I'm tired of folks making it seem like some shit is just secluded to us. Like, shut the fuck up. Get your ass back on them dingy ass subways up north if you don't like it. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
he got on y'all.
I had to get out.
Oh, child.
I didn't feel like I had to take up for the folks down south, because they be doing us. They already hate the fact. Like, they always be talking about we sound dumb when we talk and all this other stuff. Oh, I hate Southern accents. I hate Southern accents. Shut the fuck up. Close your ears when I talk then. Shut up. Hell, I'm sorry.
That sounds like
we about to get to the important part of this, because we already discussed the next two things that I got up here. Mm-hmm. So Gucci and JJ at home with D, shout out to D, and Star, Sky, and Sanjay come around there so they could finally have this talk of 10 years of what D was going through. Now let me say this, all right? D came under my comments because in my review, I said, and I quote, "We can't tell D how to feel. I'm not taking D's feelings away. If D felt like she was being treated the way she was treated because of her complexion or whatever the case may be, that's fine." I said, I'm not taking it away from her. And then I turned around and said, "Carlos, I don't want to hear this bullshit no more, bitch. I already got to deal with colorism down with this shit up here on Belle Collective." And I said that too. Now, that's all I said. So D came under the comments and she says, she respects how I feel. And she says she get it because people don't know her, but people know the twins and they know Sanjay. And she feels like a lot of people are going to side with them because of that. Now, me, I didn't side with them because I knew them first. It was just the way, into D's credit. D said that there was a whole conversation and that was the only part that they put in there. Like, that's all we got out of that. But we don't know everything that they talked about. So for me, it wasn't because I was being biased because I knew them. It's like she was naming things, and then it became, well, I feel like that, like, well, is it because of the color of my skin? And it was just like, again, that's how D felt, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not telling D how to feel, and I'm not saying D lying. I'm not saying D wrong for feeling the way she felt. If that's how D feels, that's how D feels. Y'all go ahead and take it away.
Well, D, I believe you, girl. Them girls was bullying you. I believe you. I believe exactly what you said when you talking about something. You was trying to take a shower and they you still get tea with on screen. And you said that they couldn't. They talking about something. You can't use that soap because you dirty. I believe you, D. I believe you. Now I'm done. Go ahead.
I believe it too. I'm gonna say this though, like we said, we all don't know what absolutely happened. We can only go about what they're saying. But I'm gonna say this. This was the scene that triggered me, and I'm gonna tell you why. And it ain't got nothing to do with colorism. What I cannot stand is when you're trying to tell somebody whether it's your friend or your family member. When you try to, especially, I'm gonna just leave this to family, because this is why I'm not talking to certain people in my family right now, because it is. My thing about it is, when you are trying to voice your thoughts and tell people how they made you feel, and they sit there and look you dead in your face and tell you that's not what happened, or tell you you don't feel that way, how the fuck are you gonna tell me how you made me feel if that's the way I felt at that moment? Whether or not that was your intent to make me feel that way, say, I apologize for making you feel that way. Don't dismiss how the fuck I feel. You ain't gotta agree with how I feel. That's the term. That term is called gaslighting. Don't gaslight me when I'm sitting here telling you this is what you did, this is what you said, this is how you made me feel. Don't be telling me like the shit they was telling D. That's some shit you like.
You
It don't happen that way. You making it up.
Right. I
Like,
didn't like that.
yeah, like, don't tell me I'm making up a motherfucking thing, because that's how I felt. You may not have noticed that I felt that way at that moment, but that's how I felt. Acknowledge my feelings. I ain't telling you to agree with me. You ain't gotta agree with how I feel, but acknowledge the way that I feel. That's the way you made me feel. It's been many of people where I've said things or did stuff where I may have offended them, and I didn't even know that I was being offensive.
Exactly.
They had to come to me and tell me I offended them. One time, one of my friends was completely upset with me, and I didn't know why he was mad at me. You know what I mean? And I did something or said something to him that pissed him off, and I did not know that I was pissing him off. And it was like, well, I'm sorry, like, what did I do wrong? And when he told me what I did, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, that was not my intent. I was not trying to hurt your feelings or nothing like that. Like, I was not trying to be malicious, and I can take full responsibility for hurting your feelings. That was not my intent. That's all you have to say. Don't tell me it didn't happen, bitch, because it happened. It happened. To me, that's the way I feel. So that's all I'm saying. I just felt like they were just straight up dismissing her and not trying to hear where she was coming from at that particular moment. They always said, well, you acted this way or you acted that. Have you ever thought about why people close themselves off to certain people, though?
Exactly.
Like, why not just ask that question? Why not just ask, why do you close yourself off? And you know what? I'm going to say something, and I'm going to try to be very delicate with it, like I was in my review, because, but they don't watch, they don't even know. Fuck it. In my family, is a certain somebody in my family that's older than me that I don't deal with. Okay. I don't. I tried and 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 I tried, and I couldn't deal with them anymore. I decided that I'm the only one that's trying here. Even though you have made me feel small and all this other stuff, and displayed favoritism with other people in this family. You know what I'm saying? You display favoritism. You did this, you did that. You have always made me feel like I was beneath everybody else, and made me feel like a black sheep. That's the way you made me feel. And I'm not going to keep coming around you and allowing you to make me feel like shit every time I'm in your fucking presence. And I don't have to deal with it just because you are whoever you are to me in my family. I don't have to deal with it. So what really be killing me with this particular, that's why this shit triggered me, because with this particular situation that I'm trying to speak on in the most delicate way possible, people be trying to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. They're not doing it to you. So you cannot tell me how to react to it. If I decide that I want to close myself off and not deal with that person, bitch, that's my prerogative. I don't have to keep welcoming negative ass energy into my life so everybody else can feel fucking comfortable. So at the end of the day, if me choosing me and choosing positivity and choosing my mental health is way more important to me, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, well, bitch, be uncomfortable. Because I had to be uncomfortable when I had to deal with certain shit. So I cannot stand when people try to dismiss other people's thoughts and feelings and try to sweep shit under the rug. No, this is how you made me feel. This is how I felt. You ain't got to agree with it, but just acknowledge the fact that you hurt my motherfucking feelings. You fuck with my mental health. I had to go seek therapy over the shit. Like, that's how you affected me. So don't ever just sit up here and say that a person, oh, she closed off, she got an attitude. It's not that they got an attitude. Maybe if you would sit down and talk to them and ask them why they act the way they do or why they are the way they are, then you could fucking understand. But until then, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Is it fair to say? Is it fair to say that so Gucci and JJ drove this? Because this has been going on to let detailer for 10 years. She's been feeling like this. And then the time for y'all to talk about it, it's time with millions of people that's going to watch it. So is it at least fair to say that when it comes to this, the parents should have been had this nipped in the bud or talked about or whatever the case may be? Because I just feel like I appreciated the scene. I wish that this could have happened off camera in counseling 5 years ago. Since this was 10 years ago, this should have happened 5 years ago in the counseling. That's how I feel.
Oh, I agree with you, T. I don't disregard nothing you saying. I definitely agree because I feel like, if you don't because I feel like if you don't nip certain shit in the bud, it's gonna fester and it's gonna become what that became right there. You're gonna walk around with that shit on you for many motherfucking years. You're gonna walk around with that shit forever if you don't address it right then. And sometimes parents will just not address shit. They sweep shit under the rug. And see, on one side of my family, they sweep shit under the rug. Instead of just addressing the shit right then and there, you want to sweep it under the rug and pretend like it's not happening. That's a toxic way of viewing things. If you would just go, just like T said, if you would just nip this shit in the bud right now, we won't have these type of problems. But instead, when you decide that you want to, nip, just we finna sweep it under the rug. We're gonna sweep this dust and shit under the rug. When you keep sweeping dust under the rug and every time you walk on that motherfucker, dust gonna fall out and your ass gonna choke. So to keep from choking on that shit, sweep that fucking shit up and throw it away. Like, people need to stop sweeping shit under the rug. Stop, address shit, acknowledge everybody's feelings and everybody's thoughts, and keep it the fuck moving. People don't realize that if you would just acknowledge the way a person felt and talk about that shit, you would get so much farther in life. Like, and this is why, like, I'm sorry, T. I did not mean to do this, but that whole scene just triggered the fuck out of me. And because I deal with that on a certain side of my family. On a certain side of my family, like, I deal with that. And that's why I distance myself from certain people in my family. As much as I love my family, sometimes you have to distance yourself because some family members will really sit up and pretend like they didn't do shit to you. And then they want to bring the shit up. You don't even be the one to bring it up. They'll bring it up. And when you tell the truth about that motherfucking shit, they get mad at you. And now you the bad person. You the bad guy now because you told the truth. No. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's why when I was watching it, that's why I believed D. And I'm not saying D's innocent. That ain't what I'm saying either. But I believed what she was saying. And because one, she's giving you specific examples. And like you said, they were, and I said that in my review too, Scotty. They were so busy trying to defend themselves and trying to make it, you weren't listening. And again, it's not about whether you feel like it's right or wrong. It's about whether it's about you saying, you know what, I never meant to make you feel that way. But, and I know we always want, when I say we, I don't mean us. I mean, people want to always jump to colorism. I'm not saying that this is colorism. I'm saying that this is a blended family that had a hard time blending for whatever reason. And I think that So Gucci and JJ was so in love and they were so living in their own little, world of euphoria that they just were like, well, if we put the girls together, they around the same age and this, and this, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. And I think you're absolutely correct, Terrence, that they overlooked stuff that was going on. I don't think that's the first time D has expressed to her mother that she felt some kind of way. And this is no indictment on So Gucci, but your child. So if you saw that your child started becoming introverted or started acting a certain way, then you should have been like, okay, well, what's really going on here? So I do think I think there's fault on all sides. And I think that everybody, like you said, that conversation should have happened years ago. But that's why I absolutely believe what the girl was saying, because they ganged up on her right there on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
When she was trying to express herself, the way they beat her down, wouldn't let her talk, and I understand we got an edited version, but it is what it is. But the way that they beat her down in that moment told me all, and for me, all I wanted to hear, because I'm looking at y'all. Y'all not even allowing this girl to express how she feel now, and y'all teaming up on her ass now.
And even then, so Gucci and JJ just sat back and watched.
JJ ain't say nothing he ain't say nothing to the end talking about something. Well, I doggone feel like y'all need to doggone boy.
Because it goes back to what T said, though. It goes back to what T said. They could have done more, and I feel like this particular scene right here, where they're going at it with each other, and they just sitting back watching. That must have been something they always did anyway. That's probably the same scene that has always happened. I wonder what the son thinks of all this.
Notice he wasn't.
Me too, because these said they feel that way. So
I mean, I like the way that they had handled the situation. They let them, figure it out amongst themselves, because at the end of the day, the kids are grown. So I did like that. I got a little emotional when they was talking about family, but my hope was that they actually got something from it. It wasn't like on some, after the sisters left, they was talking shit about D.
Right.
Or whatever.
They just filmed it for the show and moved on. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I do believe her too. And I was like, everybody has their own experiences. I'm not necessarily saying that the girls are lying, but I definitely believe D before I believe the sisters. I mean, it's 3 of them against 1 of her. And you know how that shit can go. So, yeah, I definitely was on her side with that.
I'm curious to know what Pooh thinks about this. I'm gonna have to inbox him and ask him. So, how do you feel about that scene with your sister and your stepsisters? How did you feel about that? Did you go through that too? I want to know. I'm gonna inbox him on Instagram.
I ain't forgot about his fine ass.
Okay, I ain't forgot about his. Sakina, I'm about to ass the hell up out of here, bitch. All right, you ended up right with Scotty. See, I gotta watch you. I gotta watch you just like I gotta watch Scotty.
Why you putting me in this? Why are you putting me in this?
Why are you putting me in this?
Thank you for the super chat, Lisa.
I'm not finna play with you, T. You're not finna sit here and make me out to be some man stealing whore. Like, you're not finna do this to me, honey. You just
I don't know if the man stealing whore, but you are a whore, so.
See, this is why I always drag her by her blue lipstick. This is why I drag her every time, because she keep coming for me and she won't shut up. But I got you, baby. Just I'm gonna always get your ass back when you least expect it. Just know I'm keeping tabs on your ass, honey. Just know.
Love you, Scotty.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
Well, we gonna move on from this real sensitive topic, child. Like I said, we gonna talk anyway. Rock the Runway fashion show, child. So Letitia says that the only reason why her and Bootsy showed up together was because it was for charity. So I figured, well, he probably paid for his seat, so he came, but I don't know. I just feel like with all of that tension that y'all had, oh well, it's still to be for charity. Just cut her a check and just go. Like I feel like, yeah, like I don't know. Like I just feel like if y'all really went through all of that and all of this is real, and if it was me, I wouldn't even want to be around your ass in this moment. But whatever. How did y'all like Melanie in that dress?
I mean, Melody is my woman crush, and if I was a straight man, she would have all my kids.
Ooh, well, I guess you know how he feels.
Well, girl,
I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna breathe right on that.
I know you are, babe. I know you are. I know you are.
I mean, I don't know. I really didn't like I don't know if it was the dress I didn't like or was it her in the dress that I didn't like, but it was something about it that just wasn't doing.
It could be a combination of both. Because it probably wouldn't be it's probably not a bad dress, but it may not be suitable for her, or it could have been a bad dress and you wanted her to wear something else. Either or.
Right. So JJ throwing out ones while so Gucci
That was
walking
ridiculous.
in the damn fashion.
That whole scene irritated my soul. I'm sorry. That whole scene irritated my soul. That was so. First of all, if my husband ever throw ones at me and I'm not on a motherfucking pole, Houston, we have a problem.
Come on, Houston.
Man followed her down the runway, throwing ones at her feet. Then got up on the runway to follow her with ones. Then threw the rest of the ones up in the air when she got done.
Oh, yeah, I
would have whooped his ass.
He acting like this Black Diamond, a strip club.
Child, it was like kind of funny in the moment, but at the same time, I was annoyed because I can't stand when people be trying to do the most in front of people. Like, because I even said this in my review, even with Damon interrupting fucking Tambra with the flowers as she was posting. I'm like, these grand gestures that people be trying to do in front of people, it's just annoying. Like, even though it was just roses, it was still like you couldn't wait until she was actually done to give her this.
Right. Now, if he was going to propose, I would have gave him a pass, but you did all that just to give her some flowers. Boy, bye.
Like,
the flowers. Speaking of greedy, because we gonna go on ahead and end this. So she finally decides to go tell Greedy what she heard from her whole ass friend Tasha. And that's basically the end of Belle Collective. Now, in my opinion, I believe Tasha, and I do believe that there's more going on between Greedy and her than just it sex. And I don't care what Greedy say.
Well,
we all believe
that was 2014. So
exactly.
It sounds like something did happen. Now, he getting closer and closer to telling the truth, child.
Just like I said, we all agree that he had something going on with I dated him too. We all know that he did. We are not gonna sit up here and act like he did. Him and I dated him too had something going on at this point. But my thing is, why is Tisha so invested in this though? Why are you pulling him to the side to confront him about it? Like, why are you so fucking girl? You need to be focused on
get people up out for business.
Yeah, I was just about to say you need to be focused on Glendale and his baby and the baby mama and everything else you got going on. Why the fuck is you so worried about Megaphone and Greedy and I dated them too? Why?
I agree. I don't understand why Tisha's so vested either. Because
it's
looking real obsessed now. It's starting to look real obsessed.
It's looking like producer plant. That's what it's giving. It's giving a bit of producer.
Because y'all just won't let it go. It's like you like a dog with a bone. You need to let it go.
Yeah, it's not that damn deep. And he definitely told on himself when he said that was 2014. What was 2014? Right. 2014. Y'all was messing around.
Clearly.
Come on, I got an emotional connection with God. And what was that security guard?
Girl, I was like, what the fuck was that about?
I said, huh? A security guard, and then the way that he was trying to get them to leave and they wasn't moving. I said, this is cringy. Wrap this shit up.
Please wrap it up, child.
It was a lot.
Cause girl, like what the fuck? And first of all, what the fuck does Megaphone need with a goddamn security guard? Girl, go somewhere and sit down. We barely want to hear your ass.
Listen, if Gary with the T wasn't walking around with a security guard, he on a nationally syndicated show. Child, nobody was checking for you, girl.
At all. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, girl, girl, you on the radio here. People don't even know didn't even know how the fuck you look till you came on this fucking show. Stop. Annoying voiced ass. I'm sorry, y'all. She get on my nerve. That's why I don't listen to Hot 97 no more. Cause of her ass and that damn voice. Like, girl, go somewhere and sit down.
That's why when you said you would interview her, I'm like, how you gonna sit through that interview?
I
want to thank you so much for having me on your channel.
Lord, don't make her
Scotty,
laugh, Scotty. That's why
see
she can't come around here.
you really misunderstand what I said.
No, y'all, that voice is fake. If y'all go back to
it's
the
very
scene
fake.
at the
It's
top
fake.
of the episode when she was like, she don't have a problem with Akeisha, and Tisha had turned the camera to Marie and was like, did you hear what she said? And Marie was like, you definitely said that. If y'all listen to Tamra's voice, she said, Marie, I don't remember that. But the way she said it was not in that proper. I said, bitch, you putting on that voice like
you
that
can
shit.
tell it's extra because it's not you can tell it's fake because it's not consistent. Sometimes it's more than others, and that's how you know it's not real.
That shit blew the hell out of me. Like, you want to sound like that? Ew.
I am not shady, Cams. I am not shady.
I told you what I said, and I'm gonna tell you what you said. Shut the fuck up.
Well, Megaphone, you got 3 days to bring your voice box in my courtroom to explain itself. All right, Glenn, you got to bring them jaws to my courtroom so we can squab them fuckers to figure out what's going on with this baby. And Letitia, you got 3 days to bring your non-job having ass up in here in my courtroom to explain yourself. All 3 of y'all hoes gonna get read the hell down in my next review, since I know y'all watching. And it is so ordered.
I love that.
I don't know what you said, and I'm gonna tell them what you said. Shut the fuck up.
So now
That was
that's what me and Scotty is really ready to talk about. And that's RHOA, honey. This is season 14.
Oh, look at Scotty. Look
18,
at Scotty.
the reunion.
Look, if you buck, if you buck.
So we already know what Bravo Andy does, y'all. He goes from room to room to room to go and pick the ladies' brains to see how they going and yada 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 and so and so and so and what they looking forward to and who they ready to see and who they ain't and so and so and so. We already talked about they tied late ass reunion outfits. We ain't got to go to them car colors that they call fashion. We ain't got to go to them. So who is the new bone collector for the season? Who did y'all give it to? Because they gave all of them a tab. But
Lasagna.
I gave Lasagna.
And whoever did that segment,
they call her Rusty Metals. Who was calling her Rusty Metals?
They didn't really count everything. Like, they didn't give an accurate count of bone collecting.
Okay, so what would you say then, Sakina? Since you mentioned it, like, so, go ahead. You said Sonya.
Mm-hmm. Everybody played a part, of course, but Sonya was ready to go tell everything.
Right.
So, do y'all think she came on the show to be the new bone collector since Sheree was supposed to give that up to be the businesswoman and the OG? Or do y'all think that that's just something Sonya decided to cut with because she really ain't had nothing to offer?
Say that one more time.
Do y'all think that Sonya's original plan was to come up here to be the new bone collector? Or do y'all think she just picked that up because her and Ross really didn't have much going on?
She probably really didn't know what she came on here to do. But then again, she probably did want to be the new bone collector because her very first group scene with the women, what was she doing? Carrying bones.
Yeah, I'm about to say she started from the beginning with that bullshit at the Lee Archive event, child.
The Lee Archive.
The Misspelled Lee Archive.
The sweatshop.
Child, the figment of her imagination with them stolen ass clothes, them secondhand people. Girl, the dog body is in. It's still secondhand. It's a hand-me-down. I don't give a damn who body is in it. Anyway, so Drew and Sheba Sheree tickled me down. They did. Drew and Sheba Sheree tickled me down because it was just hilarious how Drew was so unbothered. And I can't lie, Sheree was unbothered too. I don't get why they just hate each other so much. I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily say that Sheba Sheree wanted Fatum to like go at Drew, but I do feel like her and Fatoon talked about this before, and I felt like Sheree was like, well, I got invited this with Drew, and if you decide to bring that, it's totally up to you. I think that's because I'm sorry, Sheree. I believe Drew. I do believe that you brought Fatoon up there solely to be messy and to spell out that Ralph could be part of the girls. I'm just gonna be real.
But
Drew started it by bringing, because I think Drew specifically brought Anthony on there to be messy too.
Maybe so, but at the end of the day, fuck Sheree, because she gonna tell Drew that she gonna tell Drew you just couldn't take Fatoon. Okay, Sheree, we can't take Fatoon. You want to know why we can't take Fatoon? Because she looked like she's sweaty. She looks like she's worked hard at a cafe all fucking day. She looks like she just don't bathe. She looks like she bathed in fish grease and not soap. That's how she looks. No, we can't take Fatoon. She looked like she drinks all fucking day. Fuck Fatoon. And you too, Sheree. Like, no, we can't take Fatoon. Nobody could take Fatoon. That's why her ass ain't around. But you needed Fatoon with her sweaty ass to give you some light and give you something to do, because Lyrone canceled out your fucking storyline, so you had to go after Drew and you had to use sweaty ass Fatoon to do it. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Child, she left one sweat box and got with another.
I mean,
and listen, I told y'all Fatoon looked like a corpse in the field somewhere. She was laid out there for 2 weeks, girl. That's what her face give, like it's melting off, child. I don't understand it.
Giving me a fake Macy Gray. Like, girl, go somewhere and sit down.
Girl, nah, you know who she give me? She give me the villain from the House of Wax. Y'all remember him? That's really who Fatoon looked like, the nigga from the House of Wax. That's really what she
villain from the House of Wax. Wasn't it the man who cut off the finger?
Mm-hmm.
Not the man who cut off the finger.
Child, because that always did something to me.
Oh, not she by 404 no page found. Oh, damn.
I'm dead. We don't get terrible. So,
bitch.
So Team Twirl stirring the pot between Sonya and Drew. Hey, I don't even know why y'all asked that. She was. I don't care what you say, Team Twirl. You knew that was going to cause some controversy and some mess. You did your job. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. Mm-hmm.
I can't.
So she bashed Sheree in her fashion. She swole up and down that the site was going to be up after the finale, but we all know how that turned out.
Child, she didn't put that. Listen, she did not put that site up before the reunion because she knew she was gonna get drugged. Because the same thing that happened once she put that site up, with people finding it on Shein and Walmart and Target and fucking every other website, AliExpress. She didn't want that smoke for the reunion.
And then on top of that, the story that they tried to put out there was that, so many people tried to get on the site at the same time that it crashed. Girl, bye. The shit was never up in the first place. Because it wasn't that damn many people on that fucking site. The shit just was never out. You think somebody finna pay $200 for a Who Gonna Check Me Boo t-shirt? Girl, are you out of your fucking mind?
But do y'all remember she was sharing them she was selling those Who Gonna Check Me Boo t-shirts? Remember, they had some event.
Yeah, she had already sold those t-shirts.
Yay. And then she gonna try to up the price like that.
Listen,
you raggedy bitch.
Listen, I do believe it was an influx of people, but not to bash shit. I think they was only there to see what the hell she really had.
To be nosy.
Really what I think. They went around there to be nosy. I don't believe that they bought that many people bought a damn thing from Sheree.
Because first of all, them overpriced ass t-shirts that she got on sale, when we can go to fucking Walmart and buy that same damn shit for $24. If you don't get the fuck out of here, I can get somebody to make me a Who Gonna Check Me Boo t-shirt. You think I'm finna pay you $150 for a Who Gonna Check Me Boo t-shirt? Who gonna check you, boo, for them high ass prices for that shit that don't nobody want to buy? Get the fuck out of here. Like, ooh, these girls got me reading them tonight, child. Oh God, I can't. I thought Really B was gonna be the one reading because she started it, child.
I told you I wasn't reading. I told you.
Child.
So, she by Sheree telling Candy Pants that she had to use her for clickbait for speak on it because
Girl,
that's
bye.
all that she talked to speak on it was her. How did y'all feel about that?
Girl, you really think you that important?
Child,
Exactly.
they cracked me up with that. Now they really tried to give Candy the blues with that whole speak on the situation, and I said, okay, they trying to Dr. Heavenly her with her YouTube channel, making it seem like that the girls are so mad at her about the stuff she say on speak on it. But at the end of the day, girl, Sheree, you are not clickbait. She could put your name in the title, and we still wouldn't give a fuck.
Like we really don't care.
Like nobody, no one is no one is clickbaiting you, ma'am. Nobody cares.
Like she's talking some I'm good click.
And then when she did her interview with the blog, when Kenny did her interview with the bloggers, she said that it was a response to Sheree. So I'm not understanding
because Sheree, and then Sheree want to act like she wasn't dogging Candy out on this show. Girl, did you watch the same show we watched?
I'm so glad they showed those clips. I'm so glad they, bravo, good for being shady as fuck. But when they showed, especially, I had forgot all about when she said the girl was out there sucking dick all over Atlanta. I forgot all about that one.
I didn't.
Shit, but we know you, girl. We're going scared.
So a viewer question. So a viewer got real messy with their question, and the question was, she by Sheree, how the hell can you sit up here and talk shit about Drop It with Drew when it took you 14 years to come out with She by Flea Market? And I was on the viewer's side. I was on her side because Sheree, you did throw major shade at Drop It with Drew. And granted, we all did. But at the same token, we don't also have a business that's been 14 years in the making and all of the rest of this stuff. And the fact that you said all of that shit about Drop It with Drew, but then all of this then came out about you and She by Never Was. Again, I constantly tell you, Ray, your life's constantly sits under one big shade tree. You make it so easy for people to rip you down.
She really do, like, cause you sitting up here trying to shade Drew about Drop It with Drew, but it took you over a decade to come out with She by Swap Meet. So I'm gonna need you to go somewhere and shut the fuck up and stop trying to judge everybody else and what type of business ventures that they got, because you have nothing. You're a failure. You're a disgrace to all OG peaches. You want to sit up here and talk about respect to OG when you're not a respectable OG at all. You ain't shit. You're a failure. You're a fraud. You're a fool. You stupid. You ain't got no damn sense about yourself. You have low self-esteem. You don't know how to pick a man. You dumb. You ignore red flags on purpose. You're an idiot. You're not a good role model to your kids. You like jailbirds. You like fake doctors. You a cockeyed specialist because your baby daddy was cockeyed. Shut the fuck up, Sheree. Like, I am so over you and your bullshit. You are a Neverland specialist too, because all you know is dirt and grass. It took you many, many years to build She by Sheree, which we know that you didn't pay for, bitch. So I said I wasn't gonna call nobody no bitch. My thing about this is, you are full of shit, Sheree. You are. That damn chateau ain't shit but a damn Airbnb, and you can't tell me nothing different. Where you getting the money from? Was it Tyrone giving you the fucking money without his scams that he was running? Scam by Sheree can have a goddamn seat. You always talking about everybody else, but you ain't got shit going for yourself. Like I said, you are the most laughable OG we have ever seen. The other OGs are way more respectable than you, okay? Even Lisa Wu with her ass had a damn clothing line and had some shit at her damn clothing line before you, and didn't nobody buy shit that she had, but at least she had a clothing line. Deshaun Snow was on this mother one damn season, and she's even more respectable than you. She even looks better these days. Kim with her duck ass lips, she got more respect than you two, because she even had a goddamn spinoff in her husband and the Brady Bunch right alongside her, a whole church full of damn kids. She's more respectable than you, and we need more respectable than you. Nobody takes you seriously. No one cares about you, Sheree. No one cares. It's to the point to where you had your whole prison bay there and your mama didn't know who the fuck he was and neither did your fucking daughter. How the fuck you sitting up here dating a whole damn prison person and none of your folks know who the fuck he is? Are you serious or are you dumb? Like, I just don't know what the fuck. Like, Sheree, you are full of shit. And then on top of that, you know you're very dispensable because they fire you every other season. Like, one minute they have you come back as a damn friend of the show, then they feel sorry for your broke ass and bring you back as a damn whole peach holder. Then they let you stay for 2 damn seasons. Then you get with the wrong team. Then you get fired again. Girl, bye. You got this damn seat by Andy. You got this seat by Andy by default because you was the longest running person on this damn show. You didn't get it because you deserved it. You didn't get it because you deserved it. You had Tyrone up there and he shut your shit down and you said, I gotta have a storyline. So now I gotta fake beef with Candy and put out this fake ass clothing line that I haven't been able to do for many, many years. And I gotta go to AliExpress and order shit off of there and overprice the shit like Georgia Prune on Love and Hip Hop does. Shut the fuck up. Okay, like, shut up. You would never prosper because you an evil ass person. You have nothing going for yourself. Just shut the fuck up and call it a day. Because She by Sheree ain't gonna make it. Their website gonna close the fuck down yet again. It's going into foreclosure yet again. So you can go somewhere and sit down and ain't nobody buying none of them overpriced ass Fruit of the Loom ass t-shirts that you sell on a goddamn website. I can go to Shein and Amazon and I can go to Family Dollar for a damn t-shirt. And I'm done.
Why he say
You
the
show
website was going into foreclosure?
Foreclosure.
you show you don't. Is
That
you
was
show, girl?
insane. That was weak.
Waiting to get that off your
Okay.
chest.
Because I'm over, like, I am over Sheree. Like, I am over her. I'm over her. I'm over she by bankrupt. I'm over she by can't pay nobody. I'm over she wanna fuck Martell. I'm over Sheree. I am over her. I am just over her. Like, all she cares about is prison dick and toxic dick and not her damn business and barely her kids. Cause let's not forget when she first came on this motherfucking show, she wasn't even claiming her oldest daughter for a damn thing. So shut the fuck up, Sheree. You always talk about people and you thought you could come for Drew because she's an easy target. And then you sit your puppy dog with the wet ass hair to go after her. Go somewhere and sit down. You and Fatum, y'all, you know, trash of a feather, they gonna stink together all the time. That's why y'all hang out together, because both of y'all trash. Both of y'all trash. It's just that you look a little bit less sweatier than she does. That's the only difference.
Well,
And I'm
so I guess
Yeah.
we're going ahead and move on. So a viewer question asked Candy, why does she use off-camera information to throw at somebody on camera? And they used an example of when she was on Speak On It and she asked Sheree, well, basically what Scotty said, how did she pay for that damn house? Was it the scams that Tyrone was doing? And so Candy was in the middle of answering that before Mugshot, the Billy Goat, want to come galloping her old tad, ratty, horse face ass up in a conversation that had nothing to do with her. And then she wants to say, oh, well, yeah, because, you know, oh, well, yeah, because, you know, you did the same thing to me, Candy, when you was talking about that show, how you're saying you helped me, and you didn't help me, Candy, because Todd is the producer, and da-da-da-da-da. So I want to get y'all take on that. Do y'all feel like Candy is wrong for using off-camera information and bringing it on camera and use it to spray the girls down?
No.
I didn't feel a way about it.
And use it to spray the girls down.
Candy said, if you come for me, I'm gonna come with you for what I got, and I don't have a problem with it. And my thing is, they all do it. Marlo did it too when Marlo started talking about the rumors about Candy in the locker room giving head. They brought stuff up about Candy with her sleeping with Jermaine Dupri, and they bring outside stuff all the time, child.
Yeah.
First of all, fuck Marlo. That's first of all. Second of all, fuck her.
Just give him the big
sounded
screen.
like-
Just give him
Sounded
the
like she been every time she talks,
I
she
don't know how
sound
to
like
do
she
it.
been smoking. She sound like she been smoking Senecas all her fucking life. Fuck Marlo. Because at the end of the day, you want to sit up here and try to downplay this whole situation and make it seem like Candy did nothing to help you out. If her husband helps you the fuck out, where you think she got the fucking idea from? Her fucking husband. Like, shut the fuck up and get a damn house cough drop so your throat can get cleared up. I'm so sick of you. Shit. Sounding like she been smoking
So,
Virginia Slim all damn day. Fuck out of here.
so why did Sheba Sheree and Jailbird decide to practice abstinence? And Sheba Sheree said it was because she wasn't satisfied.
You're not satisfied with life,
And
Sheree. So the dick gonna be the same. I'm sorry.
and she feels like Tyrone used her. Now, Sheree, this is what I'm gonna tell you about that you because you reap what you sow. Because Sheree, you allow a sweatbox named Bob to fund your entire lifestyle. Because be clear, Sheree, if it was not for a sweatbox named Bob, you would not be Sheree Whitfield because you're still walking around using that damn man last name. Now he supposedly
Like
beat
it's giving
you
you any help.
while you was down, spit on you, smacking you all around like I did, Tina, and all the rest of this stuff, but you still carrying around that fuck nigga last name that was sweating all around the place. So I feel like this. The universe just came back to stake its claim. You used somebody and Tyrone came around there to use you. You got what you got off of the strength of Bob, and I guess Tyrone looked at you and decided to do the same. Now, is he wrong for that? Hell yeah, because he a grown, rusty ass man, and a man that don't work, don't eat. But I don't have no sympathy for you, Sheba Sheree, because you did the same thing to Bob. It is what it is. It was okay when you was fucking him for his money, but you mad at him and he using you for his... Nah, Sheree. It don't work like that, boo.
It was okay when she was being a cockeyed specialist for Bob and fucking on him and taking all his money, having him make her kids and have a whole child support check that he never gave her. It was fine for her to do all of that. But then she wanted to sit up here and talk about Tyrone used her. Yeah, he used the fuck out of you because he saw your dumb ass on a platform and he was going to make himself be seen, you dummy. You knew he was using you when you brought him on the camera. Then on top of that, you're going to say that Tyrone used me and you tried to use him for a storyline, dummy. Y'all were using each other, idiot. That's what y'all were doing. Y'all was using each other just like you used them Senecas for your fucking throat. That's what y'all were using each other just the same damn way. Your tobacco throat ass. Okay?
I can't feel bad for you, girl, because like I said, you was a walking sinus cum bucket for so damn long and had that fuck nigga churn child after everything you say he done did to you, and you still got that nigga last name. So I don't want to hear nothing about that, Sheba Sheree. It is what it is, girl.
And
Deal
why
with
you
it.
talking about Tyrone using? Why you talking about Tyrone using you? What the fuck you think Martell doing to you right now, dummy? Ugh.
Speaking of which, Sheba Sheree, don't you ever in your life, don't you ever in 64 years of living, get your ass on any other platform talking about that Leisure Sue he into real estate and he do this and that. The girl, child, he don't have his builder license, so he's no longer building houses. That's one. The only thing he doing is LAMH and trying to peddle off that cheap ass Arnaz wine. That's all he doing. The fact that and Kenya, thank you so much for letting us know that she's an avid watcher of LAMH because you read down every damn thing that Leisure Sue did the melodrama about.
Well,
trying to act like
I
don't know what he did. I don't know what he did.
Right. Well, quiet as kept loud as it is, Sheree Sheree is a horrible liar. She is a terrible liar. She get the stuttering and shit. And when Andy asked, well, what about his? Well, I don't watch the show. I don't know. But then she's gonna turn around and say, well, I know if people watch the show, they think that he's one way, but he's so different in person. He's so different in person. Well, how the fuck would you know if you don't watch the show, Sheree? How she said she didn't know what he did to his wife because she don't watch the show. Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
She didn't know what he wanted to do for a living, like wanted to do, but she act like she didn't know what he did for a living. Like, y'all know how she kind of stalled out on that question when Andy had asked her, like, bitch,
she just wanted She want to keep that dick that Martell giving her because it's toxic. So I'm pretty sure it's good to have. That's all she
I
worried
don't
about
even
is the
think
dick.
it's that, y'all. I'm telling y'all, she bashed Sheree. She's smarter than the average yogi. All right, actually, I think she boo-boo. I ain't even gonna get her that much. She's smarter than the average boo-boo. You understand me? This is just a way for her to have a storyline for season 15. That's how I feel. And I felt like this way to keep Leisure Suit relevant on LMH. This is how I feel. It's a scam. They scamming us. That's all this is. It's a scam.
Oh, I
That's
don't
why
believe
she was.
I don't believe that they're actually in a relationship at all. I don't believe that.
That's why she was with Tyrone for so long. She was learning how to scam from the best. I learned from the best. I learned from you. Yeah.
Okay, just like
Sonya,
we know Martell longer than she has, so yeah, she could play.
She's so dumb.
So Sonya and Drew's fake ass friendship comes
Now
up.
we can't believe Carlos.
And Drew
Carlos
still
lied too.
confused. And yeah, and Sonya, no, Drew is still lost and confused as to what Sonya's issue really was. Now, Sonya's whole thing is when she met Drew, Drew was one way. And when Drew came up on this show, she started seeing things that the other ladies was talking about when it came to her. So, like I said, Sonya, you was a fan. All right, you was a fan of the show, and I personally believe that they had you come on as Drew's friend. Now, while you probably did know Drew, so that's why that worked what it was, but I don't believe that y'all was so tight and close knit and all of the rest of this. Because if you was, then you would know her personality. You will already know what it is and what she gives before you came up here. And the fact that you did it, and then you use that one thing to create an issue with Drew, girl, you was clout chasing. Everybody argued with Drew. So now you wanted to argue with Drew. And you just kept it going. Much like how you say she kept it going, you kept it going too.
But see, the thing with Lasagna is, even when she sit up here and try to tell people what her issue is with Drew, Lasagna really cannot give you a real reason as to why she got a problem with her. It still falls flat because she really ain't got no real issue with the damn girl. She just want an issue. That's the problem. She wants a fucking issue to stay on the damn show with her stupid ass.
Well, I told y'all back when all this stuff first happened, what it was with Sonya. Sonya was brought on the show, like you said, through Drew. Y'all know how they do on these reality shows. You got to be connected to somebody. Sonya was rocking with Drew until she realized that Drew wasn't part of the popular crowd. She wasn't one of the it girls. She wasn't on the inside. She was on the outside. And that's why she started cozying up to Candy and Kenya, because she wanted to be with the in crowd. She wanted to be with the it girls. And then she realized, and that's why she threw Drew under the bus, because she was trying to make points and getting good with them, and then she realized that they wasn't fucking with her either, and that's how she ended up being real cool with Marlo and Sheree, and that was that, and that's what it was. But that's what it was with Drew. She realized, oh wait a minute, Drew is not she ain't one of the popular girls, so let me do what I got to do to try to slide up and get in good with them. That's all that was, in my opinion.
And in the words of Nene, you ride with the wrong team. You ride with the wrong team.
That's it.
Always.
Like,
so right, we still confused. And let me just say this: when somebody said something about Carlos, I just want to bring this up before I forget, y'all. Carlos' ass is a liar, and they showed how much of a liar he was, because Carlos said, people in my chat was arguing with me. That's why I got to bring this up. Carlos said on his podcast that Marlo was offered a peach, and I said Marlo ass was never offered a peach. That's what all of this is about. Andy confirmed it at the reunion when he said, I know we ain't got to Marlo yet, but I just, like I said, I didn't want to forget. When he was like, well, so how did it feel after all these years of trying to get on the show and get a peach? How did it feel to finally do it? The fact that they keep making a big deal about the fact that, and Marlo even is said, you know, I've been trying for so long and it feels so good, blah, blah, blah. Marlo, y'all know Marlo ass would have put Bravo on blast and said, well, you know, when y'all offered it to me the first time, you know, I just wasn't ready for that. Or I didn't think it was a good move for me at the time. If Bravo had offered her ass a peach, she'd have took it. So Carlos, you a liar. Okay, I'm done.
She was after season 4, so after she called
What
them
you
the
say,
F word.
Josiah? What you say? What you say that again? Say
I
that
said
again.
she wasn't gonna what I say? Oh, she wasn't gonna get her peach until like after season 4. I mean, she was not gonna get her peach anyways because she called them the F word.
Right. Well, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
she did.
you're right. He did call. She did use the F word. She did.
Yeah.
fun fact. I didn't know that.
So
Yeah, wasn't it when they had that basketball game or whatever?
No, she. That's when
When
they
she
was
got
in
into it with her.
Africa, and she told Sheree go and hang out with them. You know
Mm,
the F word.
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, we not having that, boo.
so we get to the final part of the show, and that was with Mugshot the
Her
Billy, and
was given
she
a
starts
very
talking about how her mama was here, and she decided to leave again and not be a grandmother. And then she talked about how she ran away when she was 10 and she was broke and penniless and became the gypsy woman that Crystal Waters was singing about. Shout out to Crystal Water. And how she met all her Johns and how she changed her name from Latoya Hutchinson to Marlo Hampton. Well, she didn't say that, but that's what happened. And all of this and all of that. And I'm sorry, Marlo, bitch, fuck you, go to hell, kiss my ass, choke on a sick dick, and die for all I care. I don't give a shit about your life story. Girl, we all had it bad. It is what it is. You having it bad does not give you the right or the authority to go out here and treat people worse than you do your enemy on the street, but then want to turn around and expect some type of sympathy or some type of points. And I was with Candy when I was watching Candy on Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. No, not Aaron, the Ooh Ladies first panel. When she was like, I was not moved at all by Marlo's tears. And I don't blame you, Candy. Neither was I wouldn't have gave a damn about them at all. Like, it's fake, it's
fuck no.
phony, and it just is what it is.
My thing with Latoya Hutchinson is this right here. She's sitting up here giving out these, giving out this Tony award winning performance at the end of the
That
reunion.
was the Oni.
Trying to sit up here and give us this Academy Award winning performance to try to make somebody forget about the things that she did to everybody else all season. So you want to bring up your childhood traumas about foster care and how your mama treated you and all this other stuff. Did you ever think about other people's trauma when you threw it back in their faces? Now you sitting up here talking about how your mother did you, but you were so quick to sit around that bonfire and tell Kenya your mother doesn't want to deal with you, but in the same breath, your fucking mama didn't want to deal with your rabbit ass either. Okay, but you expect somebody to feel sorry for you and how your mama didn't want you. And I could honestly say this and hurt your feelings and be like, okay, but since you said this shit to Kenya about how your mother didn't want you, look at how the fuck you act. Is that why the fuck your mama gave you away? Can we say that about you? Oh, okay. You don't think about nobody else's trauma, and you think that you're the only person that's had some childhood shit happen to you. Let me tell you something. I've had my childhood wasn't completely rough, but I went through a lot of shit. Okay, I watched my mother get beat by a man that she was married to for most of my life. Okay, I was bullied in school. Okay, I dealt with a whole lot of shit, but just because I dealt with that bullshit in my life, that does not give me the right to sit up here and treat everybody else and their traumas like it's not shit. Fuck Marlo and everything that she ever went through, because she ain't had it no worse than nobody fucking else, because there's somebody else out there that's had it just as bad or even worse than her. So by you sitting up here talking about foster care and shit, does that give you the right to sit up here and drag everybody else and give us these fake ass tears when you probably put some damn eye drops in your eye before you came out? Shut the fuck up, Marlo. I'm sick of you and your bullshit. Every time something goes on and every time you be a bitch to everybody, and that's the whole point. Just because you went through shit, that does not give you the right to be a bitch to everybody else and disrespect everybody else and denounce everybody else's shit. Just like I said already, I gotta repeat this. You want to talk about how your mama didn't want you, but you threw that same shit in Kenya's face. We don't give a fuck about your mama not wanting you. We don't
But
want you either.
not only that, Not only that, what bothered me the most about Marlo's tears is that how can you sit up here and talk about what your mama did to you and how it made you feel, but you did the exact same thing to your damn nephews? You did the exact same thing and you inflicted the exact same trauma, possibly, on those two young men. And when you know how that feels and you do it to somebody else, that makes you just as worse as the person that inflicted that pain on you. And I agree with Scotty. It must do hurt that still your ass gummy ass mammy still look at you and see not a goddamn thing. I know it hurt when you go home at night, you cry tears all over your pillows, but girl, cry them shits to Jesus, because we ain't hearing you down here. That's the only
He
person
probably
you
don't
can
hear
go
her.
to. Because I look,
He probably don't hear her either.
I'm in. I can go cry to my. You feel the same way I feel, but it sucks because yours is still here walking along. And then your mama, in my opinion, she wanted to go and be with that man. And she probably re-triggered you when it came down to that. Now, I would feel sorry for you for that, but bitch, fuck you. I don't. I
Do we
don't.
really?
It is what it
Do
is,
we
Marlo.
really feel sorry for you? Because at the end of the day, like you said, your mother, like you told King, and your mother didn't want to be bothered with you, but yeah, your mother wanted to be bothered with a fucking man and not you. How does that make you feel? If somebody throw that shit in your face, somebody
Still,
can easily say, "No, your mama didn't want to be." Somebody could say, "Your mammy didn't want to be bothered with you. Your mammy wanted a man and not you." How do you think that would make you feel? You sat there and threw that same shit up in Kenya's face, and you sitting up here going through the same damn shit. My thing is this right here. Why would I ever throw something in somebody's face and I went through it my damn self? Why would I ever do that? That is the stupidest shit that I have ever heard of in my life. Why would I ever try to, shame somebody for going through the same shit I went through? Marlo is she's a complete idiot. She's a fraud. She's a felon. She's just stupid. And I can't take her seriously. She's an idiot. I cannot. Like, you are, and then you talking about the women doesn't make you feel like you belong. You don't belong. You don't. You will never belong because you a horrible ass person. You want validation from the same women that you attack all day long. You attack them because you want some damn validation from them because you feel like they're better than you. That's the real tea right there. You feel like
Najee,
they better than
Mm.
So let me say this.
Najee, this the thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Najee, this the thing. I know some people feel like, well, she didn't abandon them. She took them to her sisters. It doesn't matter, okay? Marlo should have thought about that before she decided to take on this responsibility. And we don't know how many times the kids have been bounced around from house to house. And I still don't have nothing for Marlo because you're gonna sit up and think it's okay to drop off two other boys to Crystal who look like she's on a fixed income her damn self on food stamps, Section 8, so on and so forth. And it's just like it doesn't matter what I don't care how y'all look at it.
If she is on food
Marlo
stamps,
ass was knew she couldn't handle this responsibility. She shouldn't have took it. Period.
And then
what's
what's so. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, really be. I'll wait till you get done, child. Because I got so much. Oh, girl,
All
go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, well, all I was gonna say was one of my biggest frustrations is people. If you can identify your issue, then you can fix your issue. And what I mean by that is every time Marlo does something horrible, the first thing that come out her mouth was, "Well, I was in foster care. I was in foster care. I was in foster care." When she told Candy, "You're not a good friend," and Candy was like, "Well, you haven't been a good friend to me." "Well, I don't know how to be a good friend. I was in foster care." Girl, everything is not because you were in foster care. I get it. You had a hard life. And like Scotty said, we all got a story to tell. And some people's story is worse than others. But my issue with you, Marlo, is that you are 60 years old. Your ass should have put yourself in some therapy by now. Shut up, Scotty. You should have put your ass in some therapy by now. If you can identify the problem, if you can say, "Listen, this is my issue. I went through this. I went through that. I have abandonment issues. I have mommy issues. I have whatever, then you absolutely can fix it." Number two, she did abandon those damn kids. I don't care if they went to go live with their aunt. If your mama was in jail with mental health issues and you've been living with your aunt for the last 2-3 years, and one day you get on your aunt's nerves so bad that she says, "You got to get out of my house. I don't give a damn if you're going to live with your grandmama, your auntie, your uncle, your favorite cousin. It does not matter. That is still a level of abandonment, and those kids feel it because they've already been abandoned by their biological mother because she can't or won't be there. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, El Teddy kiss my ass. Number 4. I just feel like, and just go back to what Scotty said, for you to sit there and throw in everybody else's face the same thing that happened to you. First of all, up until this season, did we hear all this shit from Marlo?
No.
Up until this season? I mean, I know we knew that she was in foster care and stuff, but was that her excuse for everything? No. This is some new shit, Marlo. This is some new shit.
It is, and she gonna keep running with it. And I got tired of it. Like once she started breaking down the damn and I'm on stage with the Grammy Award winner, beauty queen, and
girl,
OG singer and actress. Girl, what? Like now you laying it on. Cut this shit out.
Yeah, it shows that you're jealous because it shows that you're fucking jealous because you see a Grammy winner, a beauty queen, an actress, and all this other stuff when the only thing that you got is a jail cell and some used clothes that you selling to everybody else. Shut the fuck up, Marlo. Like, and then gonna sit up here and say they called me prostitutes and shit like that, but then they can't name not one man I've ever been with. As if you never called nobody on this show a whore yourself. Shut the fuck up, Marlo. Shut up. You call Kenya a whore all the time. You sat there and you called Candy a whore saying that she fucked for free. Everybody doesn't have to fuck for a coin when you already got one.
Not only that, but just like she sat there. And it's funny because she was reading Candy and she read Todd when they was in Jamaica. Well, she tried to read Todd when they was in Jamaica, insinuating that he don't have no job and he living off of Candy. But then when Andy brings up the whole TV show thing, well, how did Candy help you? And she was like, Candy didn't do it. Todd did. Candy's not a producer. Todd is. And I'm like, bitch, what? Candy got more production credits on Just Bravo than your ass got felonies on your goddamn criminal record. Okay? What are you talking about, Candy? But how you gonna give Todd credit for being a producer when you tried to read him in Jamaica and say he didn't even have a job? Girl, bye. Make up your motherfucking mind. Either he a bum or he not.
It got to be one of the other, Marlo, but we already know that the only education that you have is a certificate from the elementary school and prison. That's the only certificate that you got for some education. So, I mean, we can't really expect too much from you. The only thing that you know is prison English, not language arts that we know. Like, all your damn mugshots make you look like the gangstress, a.k.a. Kaya. That's what all your mugshots look. You know that album cover that Kaya got for one of her albums and it got all her mugshots on it? That's what Marlo was giving. She's a stupid idiot, fraud, felon ass motherfucker. And I can't fuck with that. She fake as fuck. She make the whole Aquarius sign look bad. I hate that she's a part of us. And she's a horrible ass person. I can't stand Marlo. She loves to use trauma as a weapon and she loves to use it for sympathy and fucking payola. Fuck you, Marlo, okay? Fuck you, your trauma, and every damn thing else you got going on. Because you can't keep on using that damn trauma card. You cannot keep using it. This is not Uno. This is not draw 4. This is not skip and reverse and every damn thing else under the sun. This is not no wild cards, okay? Shut the fuck up. Just own up to the fact that you are a terrible ass person and keep it pushing because you are a horrible person. You look horrible. Your used ass clothes is horrible. Your background is horrible. You just a horrible ass person. And like I said, you and Sheree are both trash. And trash likes the same dumpster. Both of y'all gonna stink in that same motherfucking dumpster. Go somewhere and sit the fuck down. I'm sick of. Bye, LaToya. Bye. Not Marlo. LaToya. Bye, bitch.
Well, I would love to say this, add this into the mix. First of all, I apologize for being quiet. I took an edible. So I'm kind of number one, that's why I'm not on camera. Y'all not about to be roasting me.
Wait a minute. So, I thought we said you weren't doing no more edibles.
Well, this time I took 1 and not 3. So,
oh my God.
I love JoJo.
So, but I would like to say this about Marlo. I feel like that Marlo is a narcissist. It gives me narcissist energy. Now, if you have ever been around a narcissist before, they they attack the juggler, right? And they make it all about them. And they poke you. They come for you and they poke the bear. But then when it comes to the fact that, oh, like you call them out on their BS, they play victim. And that's what Marlo does. I'm not gonna say she's a full narcissist, but I will say that she is a complete, she plays that role as far as, oh, like, why you attack me? Oh, I can't believe you did this to me. You cannot be a villain. If you want to be a villain, you need to learn how to take the heat. You cannot throw shade and not receive it back. You know what I'm saying? Not handle the heat. So if you're going to go ahead and play the villain and be the bad guy and comfort everybody, you need to learn how to take it. Because you sitting here crying, oh, what you did to me, how you treated me, I can't believe you, da 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 da. You have no awareness about yourself. Your personality, you're not aware. You don't think the shit that you do to other people hurt them? And for you to sit here and play victim, you really need to look deep inside and look and see and just be more mindful of how you treat other people. So she can never win in my book because she's a narcissist.
How you gonna win when you ain't right within? Ooh.
Oh, okay, Lauren, with your late concert going ass.
Right.
But yeah, Marlo ain't gonna never win. She gonna always be a failure, just like Sheree. They're both gonna be failures together. That's why they love each other so much. You better watch out, Lasagna. They're gonna make you fail too. Well, you already failing at being a peach, but that's another story.
Oh.
Well, child, that is it. That is all we got. And we ending this at 11 o'clock. All right, because we already know how Really Be do, girls. She got work in the morning. Quiet as kept. I do too. I know, and I'm sure JoJo and Sakina can attest.
Yep. You can.
But we're gonna go on ahead and start down the line with what everybody got going on. So go ahead, Bestie.
Okay, well, tomorrow, Roasted Review starts back on my channel tomorrow with me, T, and Josiah. We will be covering Lord, Love, and Marriage Transville the best way we can because that was a boring ass episode. But we're gonna cover it the best way we can, okay? I'm also reviewing Belle Collective, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't ask me about Love and Hip Hop because I will never review that show again. And I also will be reviewing Love and Marriage Transville too. And just make sure if you haven't checked out me and Jamar's interview with Candy, please do so. And just check out all the Yes for the Miss videos that will be coming out. Thank you, Josiah. And thank you.
I'm high, so I'm not gonna get emotional.
That's all I can. Go on, really, because I'm not gonna play with Josiah.
So tomorrow night, El Teddy, myself, and Ebby Reviews, we will be doing a Queen Sugar conversation. We'll be doing a panel on Queen Sugar. El Teddy and I today, we started up a new season of the Teacher Project 2.0. So if you're interested in issues concerning education, y'all check us out on the name of the YouTube channel is the Teacher Project 2.0. So y'all can check us out over there. Other than that, it's the same old, same old. We got Belle Collective, Ready to Love on Friday night. I'll be on the Ready to Love panel Saturday, and Power Power Saturday night, and I'll be on my Power panel on Sunday. That's what I got.
Me, I just uploaded my Real Housewives of Atlanta review as well as Ready to Love. I was going to do the Belle Collective review. It's already done, but I was going to upload it tonight, but I'll just wait until the morning. And y'all be able to watch it early in the AM. But that's all that I have going on right now. Josiah.
Okay, so I did review Love and Marriage Transville, and I just decided to drop it out before we do our our roasting review. So stay tuned for that. And then also I have I have a backlog of content that I'm working on, like documentaries and stuff. And then of course you'll get your trending topics. So stay on the lookout.
All right, and with that being said, y'all noticed I have not did Married to Medicine. I'm gonna get that to y'all sometime tomorrow. All right, because y'all ain't watching it like that, no way, honey. So don't rush me for the shit.
Hey, also, I'm surprised you watching the show, Jane.
I do have a new Tea Talk Action News that's going to be premiering tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock a.m. That's already out. Dealing with candy pants and that messy ass shit that Carlos King got going on, child. So that's gonna come out tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. premiering. So be on the lookout for that. And Belle Collective, LAMH, and all of the rest of that stuff. Y'all already know.
Well,
So
T,
with that having what?
before you close it, T,
yeah, Beverly Hills, of course, Beverly Hills, DeAndre. Yeah.
Before you close the T, is it bad that I'm only tuning in to Married to Medicine next week because I see that fight that's gonna go down between Toya and that annoying ass girl that's on there? That's the only reason
Oh,
why I'm
she is
tuning
not
in.
annoying. Stop her. Stop that. She's
I
not
like
annoying.
I don't.
Audra. A lot of people been
I
giving
don't.
Audra a lot, but I prefer Audra over
I like her
Anila.
too.
Sorry ass.
I
I
don't.
like,
I don't.
I like Audra.
Anila is the reason why I'm not watching this shit no more. I didn't understand why she was there last season. That's the only reason why I'm not watching it. I'm just going. I haven't watched the show like that this season, so that's probably why I got the opinion that I got. Because I've only seen clips. In the clips that I seen, Audra got on my fucking nerves. But I might be misjudging her ass. Pretty girl, but ugh, girl.
I
You
don't
good.
review Beverly Hills. I might next season just to see what it do, because a lot of y'all keep asking me to do it. But if they
I
took
ain't
my
never
nerve,
reviewing
it's
it.
all about wayside like New Jersey did.
I ain't never reviewing Beverly Hills, y'all. Cause I would drag Kyle, like I would drag her, like I would really do her worse than I did Sheree Marlowe. I would drag her. I hate
Kyle is the
Kyle.
worst of your well listen, Kyle is the worst of your damn Lord, I can't even say it. The complete sentence. I'm sorry.
Believe.
Yes, thank
I
you.
hate her and Erica Jane, cause it take Color Me Pink to do her voice. You know what I've been through, and I told you straight up what happened.
I'm dead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to go ahead and end this. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Next week, who house we going over? JoJo's?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
be at my
it's
place
just
next.
All right, we're going to JoJo house
And
next
your
week,
ass better
y'all.
not
So
be in the
y'all,
shower next week, sir.
and don't be on
Right.
no edible.
No, I'm hosting, so I have to be coherent. Thank you.
uh,
Your ass needed to be coherent tonight, JoJo.
Um, Child,
well,
I got to shower out. I'm sorry.
And shout out to the 300 and some change people in the room. I hope y'all hitting that like button on y'all way out the door.
yes, period. All right, y'all. We out of here. Love y'all.
Love
y'all. Bye.
y'all.